Hello everyone, praise good day, and welcome to another fun Friday. That one sounded horrible. Anyway, welcome to Fan Friday, the 52nd Fan Friday to be precise. If you're not thinking properly, or don't know your maths on this, basically, as of this video going out, I've done Fan Friday for an entire year straight. 52 weeks, 52 Fan Fridays. Has it already been a year of Fan Fridays? It doesn't feel like it, to be honest. Regardless of that, this Fan Friday, we're actually going to do a Q&A session, if you couldn't tell by the live face cam we got going on here. And I figured I'd change it up a little bit, plus I actually have some questions for a Q&A session that I figured I would answer. I'll probably say it again at the end of this, but if you have any questions for Q&A, I gotta ask these, Q&A question, blah blah blah. That's pretty much the format will let me know, oh hey, this should be for a Q&A, and not for not just a regular question I should answer in a quick comment. Regardless, the questions you asked me actually have been spread out over several months, because not a lot of questions get asked for a Q&A-like session. But I saved the questions for now, and I only have a name on one of these questions, unfortunately, so if you ask this question, I apologize. In the future, I'll make sure to write down everybody's name for every question I do get. So without further ado, 1 year anniversary Q&A session go. First question comes in and asks, do you have a Wii U? And what games do you have for said Wii U? Now this was asked back around the time of the launch of the Wii U. So the fact I'm getting around to this now is, well, let's say I'm a little slow in the uptake. Regardless, yes, I do have a Wii U. That's all the proof I really need to show you is the gamepad. And, but yes, they also asked, what games do you have for the Wii U? Well, give me a second while I cut footage here, because I need to learn to prepare better. Alright, well, that took a little bit, but, just to field your question on that, here's what I do have for Wii U titles. First off here, if I can just get you to see this. Can I? Yes. This is probably the best way I can show you the gamepad, but as you see here, I do have a few games on my gamepad. Is the navigation on this side? No, it's on the other side. Figures. Alright, there we go. So, the games I do have that I've actually got as downloadable content, they're Pokemon Rumble U, New Super Mario Bros. U, and there's also Super Luigi U within that. And I also got Mario and Sonic. Mario and Sonic are not the Olympic Games yet on the Wii U. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed. You actually saw me do a Think Fast video on that. I did it with this platform. Let's see what else we got. I also have, these are just virtual consoles, but I also have Earthbound on here, which, spoiling it a little bit, but I do have plans to do something with Earthbound in the near future. Hint, it might be blind. And then we have the actual physical games here that I should have been buying in the first place. Luckily systems are recording with an actual hardware system like the Wii U. I don't have to worry about buying a physical copy for transfer between, let's say a recording 3DS and a play 3DS and a casual 3DS. But got Nintendo Land. I bought Nintendo Land when I first got the Wii U. I have this awesomeness, which I've barely touched, even though it is awesome. Tank. It's an arcade. I think I mentioned this when I did my first impressions of it, but it's an arcade-y title that actually works pretty simple. You can play it. I think it's simple enough that you can play it with a Wiimote. Can you? Oh no, you do. Although I don't see how. You do need a No, you can't play it with a Wiimote. It's supposed to work like Mario Kart with a Wiimote, though. Got Game & Wario. You saw my first impressions on it. I played through a little bit more of it since my first impressions. Unfortunately, it's not as good as other WarioWare titles. Yeah, that's a bad. Also got Pikmin 3 here. A little known thing is actually I do own all 3 Pikmin games. This is the only one I've played, and even then it was only for like half an hour at most. And finally, the game I've been hyping up for ages, Rayman Legends. So those are the Wii U games that I have. And in case you're like, oh god, is the Wii U really that bad? No, the Wii U is actually really good. It's just that I'm a poor son of a bitch. I can't afford all the games that are out for it at the moment. Because if I could, let's see, what would I have in my Wii U? Oh, I don't know. Let's see, Wonderful 101, Sonic Lost Worlds, Wind Waker HD, when they come out, Mario 3D World, Watch Dogs, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Tropical Freeze, you know, all these awesome games, and Wii U Party when it does come out stateside. Alright, sorry about that. Second question to feel here. Do you plan to do, I'm assuming whoever asked this meant LP, more DS games? Yes, actually, I do want to do more DS games. A lot more DS games, actually. There's actually a few that I like a lot, or ones that I need to play and to continue series on. It's just a whole gambit of things that I need to do with the DS, but I'm avoiding it in hopes that I can get a capture card, 3DS capture card preferably, because of the variety of games I've got here. But what is it? A game that I wanted to play that I can do either on the N64 or the 3DS is actually Ocarina of Time at some point. I'd like to try and hold off on that game until I get a 3DS capture card, and then do the 3DS remake of it, just so it can look a little bit nicer. But if things in my life progress as they are, it might end up being the N64 version, which is not a bad thing. There's really like no difference in concept from what I've been told. I haven't beaten the 3DS remake though. A series that I do want to start at some point, I guess you could say I'm trying to follow in Lucky's footsteps, is I actually do want to LP. Let's see if you can get a good shot of these. Decent enough. I do have the Game Boy. I do have the first in the series as well, but I do want to LP the Mario and Luigi series. Other finger, dude. I do want to LP the Mario and Luigi series, the Superstar Saga series. The Quartet, if it would be. You know, if you haven't played the Mario and Luigi series, you owe it to yourself to do it. They are fantastic RPGs. Sure, they're kind of aimed towards kids, so they're not super hard. There are extra bosses that will make it hard, but the game series is amazing, and there are some pretty funny moments in there. You will find yourself chuckling at it. I will say though, probably the weakest member of the bunch. Weakest members of the bunch, from what I've been told out of the series, actually is it's actually kind of a tie between Partners in Time and Dream Team being kind of the weak link in the whole franchise, or the whole series or saga. The main reason why I do need a 3DS capture card is these two games I'm trying to piece together right here. I do want to LP these two games. If you can't read them, Pokemon Rumble Blast and Super Mario 3D Land. Because they're fantastic games. I've heard people just stomp on them saying they're both really horrible games. Why would they do this to a beloved franchise? You people make me sad. They're good games. They're different. And then I got some other ones here. Another game that I need to hold out for a capture card, because this will be hard as hell to do without a capture card, is actually Kirby Canvas Curse. Focus a little bit, camera. No, you're not going to focus on that. But yeah, Kirby Canvas Curse is a game I would like to LP someday, but it's going to be a little hard to do without the focus, without the 3DS and the whole touch stylus thing. I do want to do the Sonic Rush games, both of them on the DS, because they were fantastic titles. Even though the second one had you jet ski for emeralds, whatever. I also want this one. I'm actually kind of a little in the air on because there's different things to offer with each game. And yeah, at some point I do want to LP Super Mario 64. I can't decide if I'm going to do the DS version or the N64 version. So that's a question to you, I guess. In the comments section down below, if I do LP Super Mario 64, would you like to see the original on the N64, or do you want to see the quote-unquote new age one, where some stars are cut out, Luigi, Wario, and Yoshi are playable characters, all that jazz. I don't know where it went to be honest with you. I don't know where my copy of this game went, but Super Princess Peach, oddly enough, is a game I want to play. Easy, yes. Fun, of course it is. And the last game, a game I need to actually play and beat, for how much I love the series, I keep on avoiding this game. Golden Sun Dark Dawn, or Dark Sun. Dark Dawn. I've already professed my love constantly for Golden Sun. Dark Dawn, it feels like it's a good game, but I'm just being too lazy about actually playing it. I keep getting interrupted by Pokemons. Which, I know some people are going to ask, yes, I do want to do a mono-type run of the 6th gen. Can't do it until I get a capture card. Anyway, that's that done. So last question here. Last question on my list is actually from Bounty Hunter AquaXDP. I know him better as Ishmael, to be honest. Have you ever considered doing an LP of any of the games you Fan Friday'd or will Fan Friday? That's a good point. I should actually pull up my list of soon-to-be Fan Fridays, shouldn't I? While I do my double checking here. There, how's that? Anyway, all the games that I have actually done for Fan Friday, there's a few on here that's just like they're not good LP material, but there are a few that I've wanted to at some point, and they've actually ended up as their own LPs throughout the Fan Friday section. Sonic and Knuckles actually is the big one, but the few that I've asked, there's a few games that I've been asked to do for Fan Friday, and I've actually pushed it off to the side because I actually want to LP that game, so don't ruin this for me. Prime examples of this are actually Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and 3, and I forget what else. Undeva. Other ones I actually have done fan parties for. I'm gonna be cutting this video kind of weird coming up here because I'm gonna be looking through a list saying, oh hey, I can LP that, or I want to LP that, so this is gonna be kind of an awkward thing. I would, first off, I'm looking from the start of Fan Friday, by the way. I would like to LP Serious Sam 3, or even the entire Serious Sam series. Can't really, unless there's a mod for it, because let's just say there's bare boobage in a couple of the games, and I'm not going to get my channel taken down over that. That's the last thing I want to do. If I want my channel taken down, I'm going to get it taken down for having a pointless rant about something nobody cares about that offends the government. Wow, I got topical really quick there, didn't I? Another game, a game that's on my list that some people have LP'd, but I will not LP, is Super Meat Boy, just because that's more of a game I would play and stick in just like random clips from me playing it. Like sit down and play for a few days and just stick in random clips of me being angry or whatnot while I play through it. Not even a full-fledged Let's Play could be done, because there's so much room for error in that game that you can't really LP it without having to record like an hour of it to get 10 minutes of footage. A game that actually I was asked to do for Fan Friday, that I actually have wanted to LP for a while, and actually I'll tell you right now, there's somebody I do know who has LP'd this game, and I'll tell you to go visit her videos. But I do want to LP Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg at some point. You know, do an all emblem playthrough, not 100%, because 100% of the game constitutes gathering every single egg in the game and hatching every single egg in the game, which is just time consuming and gives you no bonus whatsoever. Like how I went British there. Another Fan Friday thing that I wanted to do is, oh my goodness, I just scrolled past and I can't remember. Or another Fan Friday game I want LP, and I've got it up on Fan Friday, and there's going to be my first impressions of it coming up again in later this week. Actually, tomorrow, I think. It's actually Rayman Legends, or more importantly, Origins and Legends. I want to LP both of those games. They are fantastic games, and even though Legends did do a few things to change it up, you know, and not everybody is not a fan of Legends because they delayed it just due to the cross-platform support instead of just giving us the Wii U version and then worrying about cross-platform later on. I still think it's a fantastic game, and I still think they did everything right. I'm enough to play through it myself. I'm in that funk again where I want to play it and beat it, but something's stopping me. I get in that boat a lot, if you couldn't tell. To be honest with you, I think that's actually about it for games that I would LP from previous or future. Well, actually, I haven't looked at future Fan Fridays. From previous Fan Fridays, I think I've actually gone over everything I would LP. I mean, there's a few in here that are kind of like on the fence. I would have to take a lot of time to practice the game before I could actually LP it. First one being Kabuki Quantum Fighter that I did a few weeks ago. That's a good game. I would like to LP it, but I need to majorly practice because I suck at the game. And another one or two that I'm kind of on the fence on, or I guess three of them I'm kind of on the fence on, is Rocket Knight Adventures. It's a really good game, but I need more practice at it because I at one point did get all the way up to the end of the game, but I never beat it. And also, as weird as it is, I would like to do an LP of Rad Racer. One of my favorite NES games, Rad Racer. Just that I don't know how I can make the commentary lively or enjoyable for that kind of game. And then maybe I would LP the Lost Levels at some point, but who knows when or how that would happen. Looking at future games that I might LP at some point, or not LP, future games for Fan Friday that are coming up here. There's not really too many games on this list that I would actually consider doing LPs of, because they're a lot of them are actually kind of like arcadey games, where games are just like, once I do the Fan Friday of what's the point of LPing it, because I pretty much have beaten the game in the time span. But games that I'm just looking at here, I would. The Super Smash Brothers series, I would like to actually LP the Subspace Emissary from Brawl, but I would need, I don't know if I would need a second person on that, or when I would actually feel the need to play Smash Brothers Brawl, seeing as a lot of people are still, hyped up or people are still doing online matches like crazy, even though the game's been out for, 5-6 years now? 7 even? Really there's not much else I would do actually for future future titles for coming up for Fan Friday. But I think oddly enough, with that said, we've actually done everything we need to do for today's Q&A session, as long as it was or was not. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've gone over Q&A, told you that I'm a poor bastard several times, and we together in this 20-minute block, 30-minute block, I don't know how long it's gonna be, we've oddly enough celebrated 1 year of Fan Friday videos. just keep that in mind, folks. Me and you together, your suggestions, me playing them, we've done Fan Friday for a full year. So, I want to thank you all for watching. I also want to thank you all of you wonderful people, for actually bringing up all these suggestions for future Fan Fridays. Or, yeah, all the other suggestions for Fan Fridays, for future Fan Fridays, whatever may have you. I love doing this segment because it allows me to, as weird as it sounds, it allows me to peek into your mind and look at what you think is a fantastic game. And even at times, I'll secretly jump in a game of my own that's just like, okay, nobody will ever suggest this, and I kind of want to do one off of it. Thank you all for watching. Remember, I don't like to do this, so this is a rare occurrence, but remember, if you enjoyed the video, click like, comment if you want to, subscribe, all that jazz. If you have any questions for any future Q&A sessions on Fan Friday, you know what to do. Just type down there, Q&A question, blah blah blah. If you have any game suggestions for future Fan Friday segments, you can also put those down in the comments section. And don't worry, I'll make sure to actually say your name when I throw these suggestions out into the air. And if you're seeing this for the first time, if you're new to this kind of idea, I encourage you to go back and watch other Fan Friday videos so you can kind of get an idea as to what this segment is. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next week for either Q&A or another user-suggested title.